is not as such a power deficit country on an average consumption level versus generation. Yes, there is some gap at the peak time, but that has been relegated to a very small value, about less than 2% or about 2%. But yet there is a significant and discussion in various platforms and occasions in India about energy storage. There have been many debates and contested, but largely it has been now accepted the significance of energy storage, and it is felt the importance of that, and we have agreed that energy storage is required. There has been enough emphasis in the country for energy storage, and thanks the government also is coming up with some pilot projects, especially on a large scale solar farms, setting up megawatt hour scale energy storage projects. But as such, energy storage is not a new concept for India. It has been part of our daily life, starting from its primitive form of home inverter to a large scale critical application, UPS applications. So it was never a new concept, but the landscape is changing now, in the sense that so far energy storage has remained as a backup source, as a fallback option if the grid fails, but it never went into a daily cycling stage. But today the landscape is changing. The amount of renewable sources that are feeding into the grid is increasing day to day, and it is actually facing new challenges for the grid stability, and hence new opportunities and challenges for energy storage. Now we are not talking about a situation where energy storage will be replaced. Storage element is going to be replaced in 2 to 3 years. We are talking about a long life cycle and high charge acceptability, and that are going to stay for a longer time. When I say longer time, maybe for 25 years, where a typical solar power plant is designed to stay. So now we are talking about energy storage which has to stay for 25 years. It need not to be looked at an element that has to be changed in every 2 to 3 years. So ACME, being one of the largest companies, largest independent power producers in solar, with 1.8 gigawatts of total portfolio as on today, we have been investing our time and resources heavily on developing suitable energy storage element solutions, along with having longer life cycles and high charge acceptability. We found that lithium ion is one of the best fit into this arena as of now. But when you talk about these new technologies, it takes a lot of capabilities and competencies to be developed indigenously, which are not available right now in India. It can be from, especially when you talk about lithium ion battery, it has to start from cell modeling capabilities to proof of concepts and field experience. In between, we have packaging technologies and approvals and standards. So all these competencies have to be developed in India. And also the wide variety of applications that have been that India is offering today needs flexibility. But today, when you see the multinational companies, they come up with let's say one particular model, but that may not suitable for all applications, all spectrum of applications available in India. So the best thing is to have a flexibility in the design where you can customize your solutions to different applications, and that customization should start from a good battery management system, which will allow you the flexibility and freedom to have a very good design. When I say battery management system today is not just offering let's say protections for a lithium ion battery. It has moved ahead beyond its capability of just protections, but it is actually bringing intelligence to the battery. That means batteries, which would otherwise, battery so far is a very dumb element in the total whole system, but suddenly now it is becoming very intelligent. When it is intelligent with all sorts of communications, it's making itself visible and exposed it, which no battery manufacturers have done today. That means now you have a complete control and you have an intelligent battery. And also we are talking about secondary life of batteries today. That means you have to have a suitable intelligence built into the battery that can give you an accurate SOC, SOH levels, and also the number of cycles gone left. So these are the things that need to be embedded into the battery management system. Only significant achievement for us. And we also have a grid tie version, a similar version. This basically we have developed for primary control reserve market, PCR market for Germany. This is actually what Rahul talked about, the ancillary markets. In ancillary markets, the German government or laws allows the individual users to have two revenues from the single setup. So this is what we have developed for Germany. And similarly, we have telecom solutions. I mean, now we are talking about power on tower. So now power and tower are both integrated into one single. So this is what we have developed for telecom solutions. Case studies, this has been our latest case study where we have replaced lead acid battery based UPS solutions, a 40 kVA UPS solution with a lithium ion battery. You can see here considerable reduction in all terms, starting from its weight reduction to the space allocation to almost 34% reduction in terms of size, the overall size. And life, UPS conventional batteries now last for about 2 to 3 years, where with lithium ion battery we can go up to 12 years. E-rickshaw, a 5 kilowatt hour lead acid based e-rickshaw is now replaced with a 2.5 kilowatt hour lithium ion battery, where the driver used to get about less than 30 to 40 kilometers range with lead acid battery. Now the range is extended up to 60 kilometers per charge. Plus it is reducing the overall weight of the vehicle by almost 75%. And another case study, this has been our most coveted case study where we have provided a solution for an NGO who is setting up RO plants across India. So since he is reaching remote places of India, he was having a problem with power. Either because his capacity is to generate 3,000 liters per hour, but because he doesn't have power, he was unable to meet the daily requirements. And then since he is an NGO and he cannot meet the regular maintenance requirements of diesel generators and lead acid batteries, he cannot send his people to remote areas. And this is exactly the problem that we attack. We have given him a solution with solar and lithium ion battery where he is comfortable. He need not to send his people because as such he is limited by his resources. Not only he is meeting his requirements of his water, but in fact he is able to supply this water to the surrounding villages also, not only to that particular village. And we have telecom installations running from 2013 onwards. Shopping complex. This is our Africa installations, again working since long. So to summarize, energy storage, definitely we realize the importance of energy storage today in India, and also we are sensitive about the requirements that are coming up, opportunities that are coming up in the coming years. So we should be ready with that, which we are doing right now. But we are finding difficulty in having some good quality cells because the OEMs are, I don't know why, but they are a bit reserved about giving all kinds of cells in India. They want to promote only a particular model, which we need some support from the OEMs. Standards and certifications is still an issue. In fact, for all our models, we are going to Taiwan to get our batteries certified for against UL or IEC certification. We don't have any certification lab in India. And very important is to clearly define the use cases because we know the tenders are coming up, but we see some discrepancies in terms of these use cases in the grid scale that need to be defined so that the industry can grow as a good organized way. It should be organized and it should be a level playing. There should be a level playing field for all the industry people. So with that, I conclude my presentation. Thank you very much. And if you have some questions, we can have at the end of the session. Thank you very much.